Yes, then what is going on? Yeah, back with another track breakdown if you haven't noticed. Yeah, this time of one of my tunes is out. It's actually out right now. It's still in the Beatport charts. It's up there at number 2. It's out on Crucast. This track is called Gemini. I done a little poll on my Instagram, and people wanted to see a breakdown of this one. It was this one or L'avventura. They both come out. And yeah, this one won by like quite a lot of votes. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, this track's called Gemini. So where should we start? I actually haven't I haven't like opened it up since really. But let's start in the intro, shall we? So that's how the intro goes, but we'll just start with these vocals here. By the way, sorry about the my arrangement page is it's always in a bit of a state. Whenever I work with Turno, his arrangement page is always literally like wow, like very impressively tidy, and mine just isn't. It doesn't end up like that. These are some vocals from Splice, and then I chopped them up and processed them a bit. So without the processing, yeah, so it's got quite a bit of my mono buttons on there. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of processing on those. My favorite thing actually, I like this meta tune by Slate Digital. I love this plugin, man. It just makes it that extra bit like robotic, and it's a good alternative to what's that other really famous auto tune that I don't use or have, but it's very expensive. Yeah, so so that's those vocals. I tried lots of different vocals actually. I tried this one first. Yeah, I tried a few different vocals in there, but that one ended up sounding the best. What are these? I have these. Yeah, these are like little vocal chops to go with it on the offbeats of that. Then what we got? I tried all kinds of stuff here. What was this? This was that was some more different vocals that I like put in. Yeah, so I always try a lot of different things on a lot of tunes. Like, oh, that was that. Obviously put them on a different line for some reason. So yeah, these are all like the vocals that kind of didn't make it. Was this the chopping? These are like some more vocals that just didn't make it in. Yeah, just like to leave no stone unturned. And then up here we have a serum. Just some chords played out on this preset here, and there's some automation on there as well. I assumed there was. Yeah, here we go. There's some automation. No, there's not automation there. There's some automation there with the EQ, and then the echo and the delay. I like Echo Boy. Echo Boy is one of my favorite delays. We got the low Reese bass there. This one's from same one as from Minor Sub-Zero Shockout remix. We got some effects here. Nice, lovely. Got some delay on there. Fucking love Echo Boy. It's a great delay. Then into the build up. What we got here. Let's bring this down a little bit. So we got the kicks just with the doof 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 doof. That's got some distortion on it. It's got some. Wow, I don't normally. Yeah, that turns out that one yeah, I beefed up my kick on this track. I don't normally put 2 sends on it, but yeah, sometimes it needs must, you know. And then yeah, claps, snares, some 909 snares, some rides in there, splash ride. That's got no processing. That's got no EQ on there. It's got LFO tool, but wow, I normally did. I at least take the I didn't even fade in. Yeah, no processing on there. I think sometimes you get away with that though, can't you? Whatever that is. Some more bit of a sub rise. I don't always put a sub rise in a tune, but some tunes they just call for it. This tune called for it. I love a sub rise. It just rises. It's just a sub that just rises up. What else we got? Yeah, the riser from my sample pack out on By the Producer. You can still go get that. And then some more lasers. I love lasers, man. Surely everyone loves lasers. And then vocal chops. Yeah. Yeah, and then and then there's a there's like a drum before the drop. That's here. Yeah, just there. So yeah, that moves us quite smoothly onto the drums, the drum kit. Let's just play them on their own. Oh. Yeah, these are the drums. So you got the kick, which we discovered has got some hefty distortion on it. A little chopped up break of mine. And then a hi-hat in there. Wow, no processing or EQ on that. This is one layer of the snare. That's another layer of the snare. And that's another layer of the snare. And here, these. Yeah, so this is like the in-betweeny bits that I've done. Yeah, they're on individual lines because they have, they have very similar processing, but they, they're different hits on there. What's this? There's some more hi-hats there. Little. Those are some of the tops of the tune there. Lots of different types. I love using different types of hi-hats in the tunes. And then this one, that's the effects that comes in there on that. Okay, these are the main bass sounds, and they were resampled from from this well, my Vital the thing doesn't show up on here, but it's a patch. It's a patch that I made in Vital. And as you can tell, it's got like a crunchy, it's got like kind of like a crunch to it. And then I bounced it out and I put this processing on it. These here. So if you take those off, they sound like that. But if you put them on, just bringing out the crunch. So that's some virtual mix bus, some serum effects with filter on it, a compressor, some EQ, and some width reduction. That makes up those honky, crunchy basses. Moving on to the sub, the 808. That sounds pretty fucked because my CPU is up and down at the moment. This is made in Punchbox. Old tight Sub-Zero showed me Punchbox. I fucking love Punchbox now. Yeah, obviously it's like, I mean, it's got a lot of distortions in there. I really like using it, but also most of the sound is actually coming from the send. Without it, it's just an 808. And on the send is decapitator, fat effects, some width reduction, just to make sure that it doesn't go wide, and then some quite hefty boost. Yeah, love 808s, man. Any tune that's got a 808 in it, I just love. And that's that's just the upper 808. And we're pretty much getting there, guys. That's pretty much it. But then the drums, they kind of move on. So we play the drums here. Some cymbals come in. Some more cymbals there. Oh yeah, the switch basses are like this. They and it's got the reverb send there as well. Where's the reverb send on here? Usually it's in his own track. Yeah. Come out to play. Yeah. So I have the reverb. This is quite a popular trick. I have the reverb, and you could just automate the reverb to get give the track kind of like its own like effects and stuff. And then with this and that little effects there. These are obviously some things that just didn't make it into the tune. Those are the synths. Some effects. Oof, lovely. These are the vocals come back in here. In that fashion. And then these 808s, these 808s come in. They're not on the first two bars there, but they come in on these bars instead of the reverb. So, and let me just show you what I mean by that. Let me just drag this reverb down. Yeah, so you see here, here I have the reverbs filling up this gap here. Those gaps there, but on this part here, instead of the reverb, I have 808s. And then the reverb builds up there towards the end. Yeah, just keeping it interesting, keeping it progressing. So let's go to the breakdown actually. Yeah, let me show you my most favorite part of this whole song. It's this, right? Yeah, it's my favorite part of the whole song. And it's because, yeah, it like goes up in pitch ever so slightly here. And it was just added a little. I should probably turn this down. Actually, it's probably you can probably hear it a lot in the mic. I didn't think about that. Yeah, just something to, just to fill that breakdown so it's all nice, and makes it sound like everything is progressing. Yeah. And I just bounced out a bit of that. It's kind of like a bit of a caveman-y sort of way to do things. I noticed this especially after working with Turno. Like he's quite good with we're on the transitions, like activating more, like keeping the plugins on and then activating them, like when it comes to transition time. But I just bounce out what I need and then put an echo boy on it or a reverb. Yeah. And then these start again. The low Reeses start again. We have this. Yeah, that same effects that comes in there. And yeah, the breakdown, it rebuilds back into familiar territory. Build up. Yeah, then on the second drop, all of the these drums come out. The heavily distorted kick stays in. And then a couple of crashes there, like a psh, psh. I like crashes. I use a lot of crashes in my tunes. And then yeah, the second drop is much like the first drop. And then it stops like bam bam shum ba ba ba, and that's it. Normally I like to put some like fancy outros on my tunes, but because of that vocal, it was like a shoo boom da boom shut up. It was kind of like it felt like that was the end. It felt like I didn't need, any like anything else, any reverb or anything. But essentially, that is it. This is my track Gemini. It's out on Crucast. If you've got this far, then thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. I hope you can get a little insight to what goes through a track creating process of mine. If you'd like to support it, you can go buy it or stream it. That would be great. And let me know in the comments what else you want to see from me. And if you've got any questions at all, I would love to hear them. So yeah, big up guys. Peace out.